A lot of products come with warning labels. If only people came with them too. That's how I feel sometimes. Oh wait, they do! They are called red flags, and you choose to ignore them or you choose to pay attention to them. That's up to you. Investing in property is a risky business, especially when the market's changing. Sure, you can make a ton of money, no doubt about that. Enough to fill up your swimming pool, but it comes with a catch. And of course, that is if you have a swimming pool. It is important to understand what kind of risks lie ahead for you so you can try and mitigate them and be aware of them. So today, let's discuss those risks and how to mitigate them so you can protect yourself from potential loss. Remote working, rising interest rates, rent increases, changing lifestyle, all of these are factors when thinking about your financial and personal decisions. That's why renting or buying is more confusing than ever for investors and tenants alike. By understanding the risks associated with investing in real estate, one can make an informed decision when it comes to investing money. The following are three main risks that you should consider, in my opinion. Number one, economic instability and market unpredictability. The two major risks that all property investors should be aware of are terms you are probably familiar with: market volatility and economic uncertainty. Presently, the global economic climate has caused financial unpredictability, and that makes the market seem volatile, and it's gonna get worse, I kid you not. The prices and values go up and down quickly. At the moment, they've slowed down, and they're probably going to go down because interest rates are going up and the whole thing is being squeezed. As the fluctuations are quite drastic, it makes it difficult for property investors to come to a wise decision because we're not certain of what the future holds. So you might be thinking, how does one manage to not face losses in such a situation? Well, when investing in property during unpredictable times, it is best to have a well thought out plan, and yes, that involves thinking. Now you cannot Iron Man your way out of this one, I'm afraid.
Stark, we need a plan of attack.
I have a plan. Attack.
You must make an effort to understand the current market environment and work on building a diversified portfolio for your investments. I think that is incredibly important. Furthermore, you should use a risk management method, for example, hedging. There is a silver lining even when there is economic uncertainty, and people make more money during uncertainty than they do during certainty. But you just have to be bold and brave. Most investors will take advantage of the chance that comes in the form of foreclosed houses to get their hands on low priced properties during this particular period. And of course in the UK we don't call it foreclosure, but that's a well-known term across the world, especially in the United States. Of course, for first-time buyers, there might be a catch as they don't have the required resources for this particular strategy. Risk number two, the horror of rising interest rates, which is exactly what we've been going through over the past number of months. The rise and increase in interest rates is a serious threat to the economy because everybody feels the pinch at some point. It causes issues such as borrowing becoming more expensive, which results in mortgage rates going up, as well as borrowing costs and loans increasing, and serviceability becoming tighter, and that makes it really harder. And funders start becoming even more picky because most deals don't add up. There's a negative impact on a consumer's ability to buy properties or to be able to source and secure funding. Obviously, this means that the housing market will be affected by risks and changes. Usually it's called a downturn, which can lead to a recession. Once mortgage interest rates rise, it becomes difficult for those who have an average income to buy a property and to even afford their current mortgages, especially when they move from fixed to variable, which is about to happen in the coming months and years. To add to the misery, demand may start to decline as buyers will probably not wish to invest because deals don't add up and it becomes more expensive, and obviously all that brings. If interest rates start to tumble down the stairs, then it is a good time to check out the available properties if you want to buy one soon. But I can't see interest rates coming down quickly. Risk number 3, lack of liquidity, an important one. In the world of property, liquidity risk exists like a sandworm in dune. Now, if you're like me and you don't know how to make your way across the desert, you don't want to deal with one of those worms, I assure you. And you might be thinking, what is liquidity risk though? It's simply speaking, it's when you cannot sell an asset swiftly enough to fulfill your financial obligations, and you can't convert it to cash quickly. Now, of course, this can be a cause for concern, can't it? In a scenario where there is a lack of liquidity, investors and first-time buyers will both find it difficult to get rid of their properties and get their hands on money when they need it most. And when the market slows down, property values come down, and then selling leaves you with little or no equity, and people aren't buying anyway, so it slows down the whole process anyhow. What that means is that there will be chances slipping out of people's fingers, or even losses while they wait for buyers to make their payments. To summarize, when you step into the world of property investing, you should study the risks involved in that particular business and study them carefully, and study the history of property recessions, downturns, so you're fully aware of what is to come, because the history is a fantastic example of what might happen in the future, and by doing so you'll be well prepared to deal with them, or at least you'll be aware of them. Of course, with how uncertain the market is, one can never be too sure if they are making the right decision. Nevertheless, work with what you know, and you can always ask for expert advice. And with that, I must bid you farewell for now. I have a lot of reading to catch up on, and to see where the economy is going and what's going on in the marketplace today, because it's an ever evolving, changing marketplace. My to be read list is longer than my wife's shopping list, and that's saying something. I'll see you next time with more frisky business rather than risky business, I hope. Leave a comment below and share your thoughts.